All right, guys. Hey, welcome back to the TSOD channel. Today we are talking all about California compliant, California legal handguns that are on the market in 2026. I just want to throw that disclaimer out there that this specific show is meant for those that are 18 years or older. All right. It's not explicit in any way. There's no profanity or cursing. It's just got firearms, which are, bad. YouTube will shut me down. It's for entertainment, discussion purposes only. So I want to throw that disclaimer out. I appreciate everybody tuning into the stream. This is the very first TikTok live that we're doing. We have the chat up here somewhere. I don't know where the chat is. Hit me up in the chat. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. We're going to be going over, I think, I got a list of what I got a list of here. I got a list of about, hold up. A second here. Pop this thing up. See my chat. I hope everyone is having a good new year. Okay, what's up, Tom? Tom joined on TikTok. Ponce is tuning in. We got quite a few people tuning into the show on TikTok. I don't know how many other people are tuned in on the other platforms. We're on Kick, we're on Twitch, we're on Rumble, we're on YouTube. I think we're on YouTube Shorts. Here, let me check YouTube Studio real quick before we get into today's show, and just make sure we're actually live on that thing. A sec here. All right, here we go. Stream. Okay. You can see that. Anybody got YouTube? Anybody got YouTube Shorts up? Can anyone check out the stream on YouTube to see if the Shorts live is working? Whatever. We're gonna roll with the show. So first up, again, I am not advocating or telling you guys what handguns to buy, but if I were looking for a handgun in California, that's California legal, it's on the roster, by the way, and you guys can tell which ones are on the roster. You can Google California OAG, Office of Attorney General, and there's a list. There's a handgun roster of, I think it's about 1,000 different handguns on there that are approved. And oh, by the way, those approvals, they expire over time. There's like, I don't know, there's probably like 10 or 20 that I looked at yesterday or the day before that actually expired on January 1st. And several of them are Glocks they got to go back through the process. So in case you guys didn't know, there's a process in California to get handguns approved. They've got to go through safety tests. They've got to apply first. These companies, they have to apply. Hey, what's up, Sergio? Just tuned in on TikTok. Appreciate you checking out the live. So, just in case you guys don't, want to give you guys a little education here on how the whole handgun roster thing works in California. It's wonky, right? It's wonky. So that gun company has to apply. California has to say, yep, you're good. And then once they get the application, they got to send a couple of those firearms, those handguns, to some laboratory. I don't know, it's probably one or two that's approved. And they test them, they drop test them, make sure they don't fire, things like that. The whole micro stamping thing, that got tied up in a lawsuit. So that's not necessarily in effect for certain handgun models, but they got to do all these. They got to have the magazine disconnect so that you can't fire it without the magazine in there, all that stuff. And once it goes through that test, that is when California gives it the blessing, right? Okay, now it can be on the handgun roster. And if California doesn't like potentially some of the things that some of those companies are saying, or they don't want to make those modifications to the handguns that they sell to, any of the other 50 states, they don't have to allow it on the roster. So that's how you get stuck with only being able to purchase Gen 3 Glocks in California and things like that. And that's why many of them that you can find in other states are not available. So I did some research yesterday, and I went through and I picked out, I would say, my top 15, maybe 20 handguns, mostly 9mm, some 45, 10. You can get them at 10mm, a lot of different calibers, but we're talking primarily 9mm here. And picked out a few. So we're going to be talking about Glocks, right? Glock 19. Primarily, it's one of the most popular handguns that's sold here in California, Gen 3s. Now, oh, by the way, Glock is releasing their V series here starting early next year. So I believe those will come or will be available on the California handgun roster sometime this year, probably in, I think, February or March. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know the timeline for that as well, but that may be happening. So we're going to be talking about the SIG, Smith & Wesson M&P 9. If you own any of these, let me know in the chat. Let me know what you think about it if you do own it. H&K VP9, the Springfield Hellcat, Staccato. All right, Staccato finally made it onto the roster, being able to be sold in California. So the HD, we'll take a look at that. The H&K VP9, the XD series, Ruger LCP, CZs, Walther, the PPQ. I was looking at that the other day. The Beretta APX. Somebody told me they didn't really like the APX, by the way. So I don't know. And then the Kimber Micro 9. So talking about a few, I'm sure there are others that probably should have made this list, but again, I looked at a couple different sites that sell California compliant handguns, and these were some of the top sellers, and just feedback from what I own personally, and then what friends of mine that train, shoot at the range, own firearms for concealed carry, everyday carry, self-defense, things like that. And I just kind of came up with this list. So this is not the end-all be-all for lists, guys. Okay. I hope the volume and everything is good. I'm going to check out, give me a second here. Let me check out Rumble. And I'm just going to make sure audio video is good over there at Rumble. Let's see. I don't even know if we're live right now on Rumble. It's probably not working. Whatever. Actually, yeah, Rumble is spinning. We'll figure this out, guys. But we are on Twitch. We're on Kick. We are on YouTube. We're on TikTok. So we'll see how that goes. We'll fix Rumble for the next live stream. So let me get the first one up here. This one is going to be the Glocks, obviously, right? So many different models out there. The Glock 19 is one of the... Second, let me switch over. Okay. Now, for those of you on TikTok, you're not going to be able to see what I'm showing here on the screen. You'd have to jump on over to either YouTube or Twitch at TSOD Sean, SHAUN. You guys can find me over there. You can see exactly what I'm seeing. Or you could just, watch me run my mouth for the next like 30 minutes or so. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, though. Let me know what you guys are running out there, for those of you that own firearms legally, of course, right? I got the chat up and running, so I'll be able to see all that stuff. Okay, so Glock 19, I mean, it's a compact pistol, probably one of the main workhorses for Glock. It's so easy to carry. I got a Glock 19, and it's one of my favorite pistols to carry and to shoot, just because it's so versatile. It runs like, I would say 10 out of 10 times that thing it's gonna run. It's never gonna let me down. Well, I won't say never, but it hasn't let me down yet on the range. I'm I run it for everyday carry. I run it for concealed carry. That is my go-to pistol personally, is a G19, just for the overall size, reliability, and everything else that goes with it. Now, as you guys can see here on the screen, also got the G17 or Glock 17. That is the full size version, much larger. This is more for like duty, law enforcement, stuff like that. Glock 26, okay, subcompact, even smaller. Now, I can't show you guys any of my firearms here on this live stream, all right? YouTube and the rest will shut me down in a hot minute, or a quick minute, realistically. So I can't do any live firearm stuff. Eventually, I'm gonna have private shows that you guys can join. It's gonna be a small group style session where you guys will be able to kind of tune in with me on Zoom, and we actually can, you know, do some of that stuff, but not here on any of the main platforms while live streaming. All right. So yeah, Glock 26. I own a Glock 43X. That's a really good one. It's not on the list here, but they generally run somewhere in, I don't know, the $400 to $500 range. With the new V series Glocks that are coming out, they should be California compliant. Those will be in like the 560 range. So if you're interested, you guys can check those out. What else? What do you guys think? Those of you, what is your favorite pistol here in California? For those of you that own one, what are you guys running? Got a bunch of new messages. Bunch of people joined the TikTok live. A lot of people tuning in, YouTube, Twitch, some other channels here. Yeah, so depending on what caliber, 9mm is the most common caliber, I would say. There's so many different calibers out there. There's 10 mil, as you guys can see here, 45. I personally wouldn't recommend them. 9mm for me is the most common. I can find that most anywhere. Most any gun shop I go into, I can find 9mm just about anywhere. So yeah, Glock series, you know, already have a Glock 19, so I'm probably not going to buy a new one. I don't know, maybe I'll buy the new V series ones that they're releasing. A lot of new or different things that they're putting on that. I don't know. Let's go check out the SIG. Whoa, my SIG guys, the 320, right? A lot of issues. Or no, this one's, yeah, this is 320. Got my TikTok screen right in front of my other screen here. I don't know. Are people still buying SIG 320s with all of the issues that it's been known for as of recent? One of them was actually not SIG's fault. They just kind of got blamed for it, but then I saw a follow-up video. I don't really know what's true anymore. I have shot the SIG P320 a lot. I've put thousands of rounds through a 320, and I've never had it go off unintentionally or uncommanded, not one time. And no one that I know personally that has also shot the 320 for thousands of rounds have had that issue as well. But do I want to be the one that unintentionally gets shot by one of these things? No, I don't. So I don't own one personally, but it is one of the more popular California legal handguns that are still on the market here in California. So the SIG 320 goes for about $650, somewhere around there. You guys can find them at several gun shops in California. Okay, what else? Switch on over here. Let's look. What do we got? Let me know what you guys are running. Smith & Wesson MP9. Here. MMP 2.0, right? the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. I am very, very interested. That might be one of my next purchases, is the M&P 2.0 or M&P 2.0 from SIG. It is Cali compliant. It's on the roster. If you don't believe me, you guys can head on over to the California OAG website and check it out for yourself. I verified that all of these are on the roster, unless they have just expired as of January 1st, which there are several on there on that list that I saw that expired on January 1st, so they're no longer approved to be sold. But the M&P 2.0, M&P 9 2.0 just got on there because it just got released. Take a look at that one. This is Bass Pro. They've got it for $679. Now, I know a good buddy of mine that runs the M&P 9 2.0. He absolutely loves it. And this thing is extremely accurate for a $680 handgun. This thing is on the top of my list to, to add to the home lineup, home defense, to drop in the safe. I don't know if I would, run it. Maybe I would run it as an everyday carry. I've been running Glock for many years now, and it's kind of one of those things where you figure out like what brand firearm you want, and that's pretty much what you run with, unless something like completely like blows your mind and you're like, okay, I gotta switch. But I've got a buddy who runs the M&P 9, the 2.0 version. They fixed a lot of stuff on it, and it absolutely is accurate. So what else? Got a couple people tuned in. Okay, Red Iron Ranch, what's up? Nadia joined. Diamond Life. Several people tuned in to the live. Okay, so those of you that have just tuned in to the stream, we're streaming to multiple platforms: YouTube, Twitch, Kick. If you guys want to see a much better image for my folks that are on TikTok watching off of my phone, you guys can head on over to one of those platforms and you can actually see exactly what I'm talking about instead of just listening to me. Everybody else that is tuning in right now, we are covering, in my opinion, my list of the top handguns that are on the roster in California. They're on the approved roster. Already checked it. Like I said, the top ones. Well, I'm trying to get the chat going here. Okay, so finally got the chat. Sorry, I missed a lot of you guys' chats just because like the chat wasn't up and going. But now it's up. I think even on YouTube. Actually might not be on YouTube right now. Whatever. Let's see here. Can I refresh that? Nope. I don't think I can. Okay, whatever. No, YouTube's up and running. I don't know why the chat is saying that YouTube is not running right now. I know it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, YouTube's up and running. Okay, YouTube peeps. Okay. All right, let's continue with the show here. We're talking about the M&P 9 2.0. It's on my short list of handguns that are legal to purchase here in California. I've got several buddies that run the M&P 9 2.0 and they absolutely love it. Tony said what stinks is a lot of them are just different colors on the list. You're right. When I say like there's 1,000 approved handguns on the California DOJ or OAG, Office of Attorney General website, they are really just different colors of the same model that are on there. So I don't know the exact number, the ones that are actually approved, but you're right. There are, it's like one's like black, one's tan, one's whatever, one's green, and that, you know, that's 4 or 5 right there. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna so we already took a look at, I've got a list of about 15 handguns that are available and legal to purchase on the roster. Talked about, you know, the Glock series 19, 17, 26. They should still be, I don't know if they fell off on January 1st or not. Whatever, you guys can go. The gun stores should be the ones, you know, letting you know, but you can also go on the website and check. I did verify it a couple days ago, and they were on there still. The SIG 320. I don't know too many people are buying 320s right now, especially with everything that's been going on. And then we're touching on the M&P 9. I think I do have the 365 up here. That is a great, in my opinion, that's a really, really good everyday carry handgun. In my opinion, is a 365. Now they've got the 365 XL. They've got the macro. They've got a couple ones. I'll switch over to SIG. And again, to throw that disclaimer out there, this stream talking about California approved handguns. Just, the stream's meant for, you know, everyone 18 and over, just so I don't piss off all these platforms and they nuke my stream live on air. And make sure you guys abide to all the local laws, all that good stuff. Throw that disclaimer out there. So I'm going to show you guys right now the P365. So this one's California compliant here. I know a buddy of mine that runs this one right here. And again, it's on my short list, but I also have my Glock 43X that's my you know, all-time favorite everyday carry, conceal carry. Dust Valley, what's up, man? I appreciate you tuning into the stream. Where are you tuning in from? So it's a 365 here. This one is, again, like I said, on the roster, California. I don't see what it's running for currently. Yeah, I don't know what it goes for. I'm guessing somewhere in the ballpark of, I don't know, $400 or $500 range. So you guys can check out the 365X macro and the XL. XL's a little bit bigger from what I'm aware of. Where is it? What's the difference between a XL and an X macro? It's a good question. So okay, this one's a full size. Full size as in, what size barrels on this thing? Is it a 4-inch? Okay, more specs. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Okay, so the overall length is 6.6 inches. Well, what's the barrel length? I'm missing something here, guys. I need reading glasses. Oh, okay, 3.1 inches. Okay. So if that's the case, let's go back, take a look at the 365 macro, and then let's see what the overall size is for that. Click more specs here. So same barrel length, same size. I don't know. I think it's just the XL, I don't know, comes in like rose gold or something. It looks the same. Or is there a compensator on that thing? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, that's what it is. Oh, okay, and the rose gold is, I don't know, it's just something that more women may like to carry. Yeah, so you guys could see right here, if those of you that are watching on Twitch or Rumble, I gotta figure out what is going on with the feed. I think YouTube should be good. Okay, I'm gonna end the shorts feed, and let's see if that fixes the issues there. Okay, so it looks like our main feed, I had to kill the shorts feed. It was like slowing everything down on YouTube. So if you want to watch the stream, just watch on regular YouTube, TSOD. But anyway, so this one has a compensator. That's cool. All right, guys, we'll switch back over. So we're talking about California approved or roster ready available California handguns. My list of about the top 15. So Glock series, SIG, Smith & Wesson, Springfield, Staccato. We're gonna touch on the Staccato HD here in a little bit. We just covered the 365. We're gonna touch on Heckler and Coat. I don't know how to pronounce H&K. I always just know it as H&K. We'll touch on that, Ruger, Berettas, and stuff like that. So appreciate everybody tuning in with me on this stream. It's our very first time streaming on TikTok, and we got quite a few people tuned in, as well as on some other platforms as well. Eventually, for all my TikTok folks, I will be able to stream the same beautiful stream that's on the other platforms, such as YouTube and Twitch and Kick, out to you guys. But for right now, yeah, I got to stream from my phone, so it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. What is your, for those of you that own a handgun here in California, what's your, what is your favorite? Right, let us switch over. I gotta pull, give me a minute here to pull up a few more on my list. All right, so we're gonna pull up the VP9, which I've heard good things of it. Take a look at the VP9, CA, California, H&K VP9. See if we can actually get some pricing for you guys if you're interested. All right, so I got that. I got the VP9 up. What else? We've got the Hellcat. I don't know too many people that still run Springfield Armory Hellcats. It was kind of like a fad. I don't know. There's a lot of people that still run them. I haven't run one yet. I like the look of it when it came out, but then there was like a bunch of other models that dropped around that same time as well. Okay, so this one's directly from Springfield. How do I exit out of that? Okay. So I got the Hellcat. Let's take a look at the Staccato as well. Give me a second here. I didn't want to like open 20 different tabs in my browser, so I've got like 6 or 7 loaded up. We talked about those. I'm loading up the other 6. I just got to get the websites going or the pages, and then we will talk about those 6. And then I think I got like one last round of 6 to discuss with you guys, and that might be it for the stream. Staccato HD. I like Staccatos. My dream pistol right now would be a Staccato XC. Obviously, it's not on the roster, so the HD might have to do for the time being. Only we can get the Staccato XC on the roster. That would be amazing. But again, Staccato didn't want to have to redesign the XC that was already out to go through all the California BS to get it approved and on the roster. So it is what it is. But they, you know, Staccato wanted to stay in the California market, or at least I would say branch out in the California market. So they ended up coming out with the HD series. Okay, so I got the Staccato up there. The VP9 H&K. We'll load that up, talk about it. The chat's up and running, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you own out there, what you like. Okay, VP9. Heard good things about the VP9. I don't know too many people that run it, but I've heard some good things about it. So I might be interested in that sometime this year. We'll see. Springfield XD. California. Man, everybody wants to co-host on TikTok. Very first stream, guys. Who knows? Maybe on the next stream, you guys follow me on TikTok. Maybe I'll open it up for guest co-hosts. Who knows? I'm gonna try to do these streams, I don't know, once a week, something like that. Where's the XD? Is it not? Is it not available in California anymore? It might have. I'm wondering if it fell off. It fell off the roster. Now the XD9 should still be on there. Yeah, XD9. Yeah, it's still on there. Okay. All right, guys. So I got a couple of California roster approved handguns pulled up here. Let's see. We're going to talk about... Let's take a look at the VP9 right here. So this is the VP9. This one is on the roster, sitting at about 850 bucks, 9 mil. What else here? I'm gonna have to move. My my screen. Is it TikTok? My phone is like sitting right there. Okay, this is better. Okay, so VP9, it's about 850, legal for sale in California. It's on the California DOJ roster. Comes with 2 mags. VP9. So they got a VP9 SK. It can come with a Holosun optic. These are optic ready pistols, as you guys can see here. For you guys, another view. VP9. I don't know too many people that are running a VP9. Does anyone out there run a VP9? I have no idea. All right, let's take a look at the Hellcat. All right, from Springfield Armory, got the Hellcat Pro. This is the California compliant one here. Let's see. Okay, Springfield Hellcat. Yeah, so this is like sort of in the compact, subcompact range. 3.7 inch barrel, optic ready. I don't like most of these companies now that are making firearms, pistols specifically, like they should all, in my opinion, be coming optic cut, optic ready. I mean, most people are slapping red dots on there, let's just be honest. So this one retails at about 670 $70 for the Springfield Hellcat Pro in 9mm. That's California compliant, so you guys can take a look at that. Let's take a look at the Staccato HD. Now this is expensive, right? Staccato. It's coming in at about starting at $2,700, but I mean, if you've ever shot a Staccato, I don't know, they shoot really accurately, and they're really good quality builds. Oh, one of the other things I forgot to mention in terms of handguns making it onto the roster in California is the chamber check, loaded chamber indicator, LCI. That's one of the things that gets them on there, is the magazine disconnect for it not to be able to fire without the magazine, and then the loaded chamber indicator, the drop test. Those are all the things. So totally forgot to hit on that, and that is one of the main things of why a lot of these handguns don't make it onto the California DOJ roster, is because those manufacturers don't want to have to re-engineer their whole slide setup, the whole build, original build of the pistol, to incorporate a LCI or loaded chamber indicator. All right. So that is the Staccato HD 4-inch barrel. I mean, if only Staccato would come out with a full size 2011 that's 5 inches, similar to the XC, with the loaded chamber indicator. All the other California stuff, I would buy that thing in a heartbeat. Oh, and one of the things that makes the Staccato HD very appealing is that you can actually use Glock mags in there, right? That was like the big selling point from what a lot of people that I've heard, in why they were spending the $2,700, not just for the name, it being Staccato, but the fact that it uses Glock mags, or Glock pattern mags. I don't know how much they had to pay Glock to be able to use that. So that's the Staccato. Let's take a look at the H&K, the VP9. I like the design of it. I like the serrations. Check it out here. VP9. So this isn't the Cali, or the Cali version. Obviously, it comes with the 10 rounders. So this is it down here. I guess one model comes optic ready, the other one doesn't. Okay, this is the one here. Hopefully you guys can see that on the screen. I don't know too many people that run H&K VP9s. I'd love to get my hands on one to do an in-depth review video. I do a lot of review videos. If you guys watch my my YouTube channel, you'll see a ton of firearms related review. That's what my channel's all about. But I'd love to get my hands on a VP9 and just take it out to the range, put some rounds through it, and then let you guys know how it runs. So looking at the specs here, those of you on TikTok, you can't see the screen, but if you head on over to other platforms, you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at, talking about. Overall length about 7 inches, barrel length 4 inches, so that's good. So I mean, this is basically, it's a full size. I wouldn't call it a compact at 7 1/3 inches long. I would say this is probably about almost a full size. Could be considered a compact. I don't know. I don't know what the criteria is where it changes in terms of overall length and stuff like that. I'd have to kind of look that up. But that's a VP9. It's on my list somewhere. It's probably in the middle pack of what some people run, or is more popular in California, is on the approved DOJ roster. What else? Let's take a look at the Springfield XD9. This one has been around for a while. I mean, honestly, the Springfield XD series really just kind of looks like a clone of a Glock. in my opinion. Whenever it was released, I was like, okay, this is basically a Glock that they cloned. It looks exactly like it, but it's out there. In California, they sell for around $520, and it's on the DOJ approved roster, so you guys can go and check that out for those of you that are interested. Okay, all right, didn't have the browser up, so this is what the XD9 looks like. You see the price here. It's still on the DOJ roster to my knowledge. And yep. Okay, so I'm gonna load up the last, I think six or so handguns that are Cali legal, Cali approved, that I put together on my list. And again, this is by no means the end all be all to California handguns. There's a ton of others that, for whatever reason, just didn't get included on this list, but these are like the top, I would say, 15 that I believe are the most popular and available for Cali folks, Cali residents to be able to purchase. Okay, let me see here. We are going to load up the Ruger LCP, Cali. LCP Max. We're going to look at the CZ. Heard a lot of good things about the CZs. Never really ran them. Want to get my hands on one to be able to do an in-depth review on the CZ, the P10. But we'll take a look at like what that pricing looks like. Actually, guys, the CZP10 might not be on the roster. Give me a second here. Let me head on over to the OAG website here and just kind of take a look at this list. I don't want to give you guys bum scoop in terms of the handgun roster here. The CZP10 might not be on there. Roster of handguns certified for sale. I'll actually click over here so you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at. So this right here, this link, the oag.ca.gov, this is where you guys can go to see what, you know, if you heard about a handgun or whatever, a pistol, and you're like, oh, I want to buy this thing. This is where you can go to see. And let's just type in CZ. And I thought the P10 was on here, but I don't think it is. I don't know how to pronounce that name, by the way. So the CZP10 is not on here. That is it's a little typo that somehow added to my list, so I'll take that off. That's my bust. The Walther PPQ though, pretty sure that is on there. 22. I wonder if this one fell off. The PDP's on here. Walther PDP, which is another one. So Walther PDP is on there. I know the APX. It's gotta be on there. Yeah, 92 is on there. 96. Beretta PX. Let's see here. All right, so yeah, the The CZ is not on there. Kimber Micro 9 is on there. All right, let's take a look at the Ruger SR9. What do we have from Taurus on this list? Verify the Taurus is still on here. So Taurus, yeah, Taurus GX2, that one is on here. And Taurus hasn't had anything in a while. Let's see what Glocks are on here. We'll switch back over. You guys can see what Glocks are on the California Attorney General website as certified. Now, here's a little disclaimer here. So no Gen 1, 2 Glock handguns have been approved as of Friday, January 2nd, 2026. No Gen 4, Gen 5 have been approved. No Glock handguns made in USA have been approved. So there were some Glocks that were on here that expired as of January 1st. I think there was a whole host of different handguns that were originally approved to be sold in California that actually expired on January 1st. So I don't know if they're going to reapply to get back on the list, and if they have to go back through the whole like testing process and whatnot. But there were a bunch of Gen 3s, Gen 1, Gen 2s, and Gen 3s, I believe, that were on here. I know the Glock 19. Which one is this? There was a bunch of other ones. So 19, 17, 26. Those are the only ones available right now that can be purchased. And these, I don't even know what model these are. I think this might just be Gen 3s. Yeah, so it says it right there. No 1 or 2s, no 4 or 5s. So these must all be Gen 3 Glocks that are still available to be sold up until January 1st of 2027. Like, this is it in terms of what's still available to be sold in California. All right. The V series, I don't believe they've been tested yet. They haven't even hit the dealers around the rest of the other states yet. So this is like the latest and greatest of what's on the approved handgun roster right now. All right. Let's see here. So let's check out the Walther PDP, since the CZ is actually not on there. I don't know if it completely fell off or what. Walther PDP CA, California. Okay, here it is. All right, so this is the Walther PDP, the full size version, 4.5 inch, 10 rounder. This one is on the Cali roster right here. This is actually one that I'm really interested in for my next purchase, just for another full size gun. I don't own any Walthers right now, but I do like the look of this one. And there, you know, several guys that I talked to, they said this thing is like, it runs really well. So, and this one is sitting at retail price, $800. I mean, it's a little bit pricey, little pricey. I would hope something like this would kind of be in kind of a Glock territory of like the $500 to $600 range, but I don't know. I haven't seen Walther put anything out recently that I would really run. So maybe they got to recoup that, you know, R&D or that time and energy that they put into making this new PDP pistol. Yeah, so this one, the California compliant version, it's got the loaded chamber indicator, the magazine disconnect, all that good stuff, all that California stuff. Yeah, so, you know, Walther's out there, $800. All right, well, it looks like some of them may have dropped off as of January 1st. That list of Glocks there on the OAG website had a bunch more Glocks on there, and they completely expired. So I think some of the ones that I wanted to discuss with you guys on this live stream as of like, I don't know, 2 days ago have been removed already. They're no longer showing on there, so I'm not even going to talk about those because you can't, you know, you're not able to buy them here in California. So let's clear these out. So the top list of the ones that I discussed here on the show that definitely have California compliant version. Looks like the Gen 3 Glock is still on there, as we can see. The 17, 19, 26s. Those are still available to be sold up until January 1st of 2027. From what I'm seeing here on the website, SIG's got a few, the 365, the 320. Smith & Wesson has their MMP 9 2.0 version, H&K VP9, the Springfield Hellcat, the Staccato HD P4, P4.5, H&K VP9, Springfield XD series. It's been around for a while. And Walther has their PDP, so it's a list of about 10 or 11 right there that do have Cali compliant versions. A few of them are on my short list that I may be looking to purchase sometime this year. Who knows? We'll see. But give me a second here. TikTok's acting up. All right, TikTok folks, you still with me? I'm getting ready to wrap this stream up. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share the channel. I'll try to do this stuff, different stuff. I want to talk about not just different, you know, handguns, rifle, bolt action rifles, different shotguns, gear, everyday carry gear, holsters, different things. So you guys will hopefully be seeing more of that pretty soon. So don't forget to follow the channel, subscribe, share it with somebody that you know that's interested in this kind of stuff. And yeah, I'll be pushing out more content. Head on over to YouTube to check out my videos. I try to release something roughly every week, every few days. I'm putting something out there firearms related. So make sure you guys go there and check it out. But I'm going to wrap this stream up. I got some family stuff to take care of. So everybody be safe out there. Have a happy new year. And I will see you guys again soon.